So Andrew Schulz and his gang of bozos are trying to walk back their years of support and compliance for all things Trump. But is it too late, and can we believe them?
No, but so like I understand that is just the cost of putting stuff out there on the internet, and the internet is so siloed that you're only going to get the specific things. And I get that, and it might be frustrating, but it's no like complaints. But I think the important thing that we're doing is like not retreating to the security of a side.
What audacity to praise himself and suggest he's a hero because they aren't hiding behind their political side, even though that's what they all did for years. Andrew's pathetic attempt to position himself now as a martyr and a defiant figure is laughable. You can't rewrite history. We have the tapes.
And I think that's what a lot of people end up doing in these types of situations is they just go, oh, there's a lot of criticism out here for having this take. And, you know, despite having Trump on the pod or something like that, I'm just going to avoid the conversation entirely, or I'm going to retreat to the Trump side. And it's just like, I don't think that's anything that we've done. I don't think it's anything we will continue to do. I think from the day he's been in office, we've been holding him accountable and bringing on voices here that are incredibly critical of him.
He can't be serious. He never held Trump's feet to the fire, not even once. They made excuses for Trump, bending over backwards to make him appear less evil, and they were instrumental in him being elected president. And this was after Trump was a known pedophile and a racist, bigoted, authoritarian tyrant.
And giving them a platform to speak on those criticisms.
Yeah. Politics is just messy, dog.
It is
This shit
ugly.
is, I don't know.
Thanks to Mark Gagnon for pointing out the obvious, as that's the only commentary he ever makes anymore. Saying the most obvious, neutral, unbiased statement of fact and adding nothing to the conversation. Certainly no meaning or depth.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's fun to talk about, but my issue with like having politicians like they just gotta lie.
Like, yeah, I like
this
Real
is-
Housewives. I like.
I mean, politics is Real Housewives for men.
Yeah.
But say your point. This is a good
But
point.
just like
Did you catch that? Andrew just proved that the entire podcast is rehearsed, even the parts that seem organic. He just told Mark he has a good talking point before Mark has said it. And yes, I know they must do some preparations for every show, and they must have an idea of the topics they're going to discuss, but that's not what this is. How does Andrew know what point Mark is going to say if he hasn't said it yet? Seems awfully like they rehearse and even play out their same talking points.
having politicians like on any show, like they kind of have to like bend the truth. They sort of are required to lie, right? Like they have private donors that are giving them hundreds of millions of dollars in order to lie. So I'm like, you ask them an honest question and they're like, yeah, whatever.
What a terribly dumb and unacceptable point, Mark. He used to be a guiding light on this podcast for me. He had nuanced and thoughtful takes, and he would push back on Andrew's nonsense. Now he seems like he's completely lost his identity and doesn't know how to reconcile the person he is inside with the person he's become. It's upsetting to watch him become a person who no longer feels light and silly, and instead feels hostile with boring takes and empty opinions.
And
They're
then
also
just
genius
get
level
around.
manipulators. I can't think of a politician we didn't like, that we didn't walk away being like, I like that guy.
Trump.
As a guy?
Just speak for yourself with that one. 'Cause
You didn't find yourself, I'm being serious, you didn't find yourself remotely charmed by him?
I just thought he was a lot more savvy than I thought he was. That's what I left.
So he was savvier in his ability to charm. But you still looked at it through the lens of he's putting something on.
Yes.
He's just trying to win. I think to Akash's point, it's like, yeah, you sit down with these people, like, you know, sitting down with the Buddha judge, you're like, wow, this guy's so fucking smart and he's thoughtful and he like meets you where you are emotionally. And, you know, Bernie's just coming in. He's just like a wrecking ball of like old school New York charm. And you just want to fucking hang out with him at, play chess in the park or some shit. Like
Bernie charming and how little he gave a fuck if we liked him or not.
Yeah.
I found that very nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try not to be like too black pilled about this shit because I just get like, I don't know. Like I don't.
Sorry, what's black bill?
It's just like so cynical.
everything.
It's like nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Like,
Nothing matters. They're all liars. They're all pieces of shit. The world is going to go to shit. Why are we worried about it? Which is the easiest way to go through life.
That's how that's my inclination.
Watching them backtrack only once it seemed like their numbers weren't going to bounce back is pathetic. They can't stand for anything but money. If they could take true accountability and genuinely contribute to getting this tyrant out of office, then maybe their fans would forgive their years of ignorance. But this hollow attempt to position themselves as the good guys is not going to work, because there's no goodwill left amongst their fans. They've been lied to for too long. If you watched Flagrant since the beginning when it was Flagrant 2, there have been moments of genuine levity and humor that you could feel in your bones. Some of the hardest times I've laughed in my life have been from early Flagrant episodes. There were moments that could make you think, heartfelt moments, and what felt like a true connection between Flagrant and the fans. But then they became really famous and out of touch, and then they started to change and become mean. I wish we could go back to the time when these were just 4 good friends shooting the shit trying to make each other laugh. I want to believe they can capture that magic once more because of what Flagrant meant to me, but when the audience feels they can't trust you anymore, it's already too late. R.I.P. to Flagrant.
I'm watching Cobra Kai and there's this fine-ass little boy in that fucking show, bro.
Wait. At the time, I was doing Taekwondo. I was a competitor and coach.
What's Taekwondo for us old people?
Taekwondo, the Korean martial art.
Oh, Taekwondo, dude.
Damn it,
I thought you said tech window.
Sit on my lap.
I don't know if we got space.
Get on over here.
Yeah. What do you want for Christmas, Akash? What do you want for Christmas? If you break the chair,
Come on.
get over here, boy.
My girl.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't know if people really digested what you just said.
I did.
No, like this.
How about you digest it for us, Andrew?
No, like,
I felt you, dog.
like that's some real
one of those
philosophical
moments like,
shit.
oh, shit.
No, it's some real philosophical
yeah.
shit. That was profound, man. Like, you've done gay stuff. You've hooked up with her. There is a penis involved, and you know what feeling gay is.
You know what having sex with a man is. You know what doing stuff with a man.
And you're like, it doesn't feel like that. You can objectively state it.
Yeah, it's
I
something.
love Schulz
What are you talking
epiphanies.
about?
Schulz epiphanies are my favorite. He repeats his statement. He's like,
That's crazy, though. It's true.
It's Schulz epiphany.
That shit is